here. Let's take a look at the final score there. You can see Josh Hart. And by the way, Jalen Brunson, who finished with a double-double after only scoring 2 points in the first half. Playoff career high in assists for him on that.
Not too shabby a night.
It's a huge, and like we mentioned, a career high in playoff points for Josh Hart. Here he is at the podium along with Cap.
Are you a crust guy? It depends if it's garlic crust. Or a good crust, like a good crust pizza. You know what I'm trying to say? Some of that should just be dough and be nothing. Yeah. Domino's crust. The garlic crust. Joe's Pizza? Yeah. Joe's Pizza, collab. Yeah.
Josh, you ready?
Good.
You missed a couple early, looked kind of frustrated. You slammed the ball down a little bit, it looked like. And then what were you telling yourself from there? And then how'd you feel about the way you played the rest of the game?
I don't know if we could say what he was saying to himself out loud. Yeah, I was just, those first three, they felt good. I was kind of frustrated with it because obviously, I've been putting in the reps with Kajo and, Peter Patton. And, I was frustrated at first. I'm just like, bro, it's not translating right now. And then I know how to just keep shooting. And, if I did that, I'll be good.
Josh, Mike just finished talking about how you remind him a bit of Iggy from his time with the Warriors, and that you're both players that he needs to ignore analytics and numbers with, and just let you guys go compete. How does that make you feel? Do you feel like you're like an anti-math kind of player? Does that resonate with you?
Iggy was first off was a hell of a player. I don't know if I'm at that level, but I just try to go out there and just play my game. I'm never a huge analytics guy. At a certain point, they're a lamppost or a drunk person. You can lean on them, but it won't get you home. So at a certain point, you got to have a good feel for the game.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that was Gerald Wright, his quote, man. So shout out Jay Wright.
Wait, hold up. No, we're not moving on from that.
That's a great quote.
Oh my God.
Analytics drunk, lamppost to a drunk person. It ain't gonna get you home. You can lean on it though.
I was with Cal, so I didn't hear that.
You ain't even go to college.
Is that like your mindset coming in? Like, I want to really live my life?
Just seeing where the game goes. Last game, I felt was a game for us to kind of download a lot of information. And today, I just wanted to be aggressive, like I always say in playmaking. Had some looks at the basket, wanted to be aggressive. Wasn't even about scoring. It was just about, putting pressure on the defense, and just found myself in good positions. Shout out to my teammates and Josh especially.
Josh, Jalen had a playoff career high 14 assists, quite a few of them set up for three-pointers. Just what were you seeing about the adjustments they made on him defensively, and what did it do for him and their offense?
Yeah, obviously he had a huge offensive game, last game, so we knew they were going to come in with a different game plan. But I just think it shows, one, the confidence that he has, in us, and the depth of a team that we have where I don't even know how many points he scored, but we can win a game with him having 10, 11, 12 points, but, having 14 assists, getting guys involved. So I just think it shows the character of the team, character of him, and, I keep saying my fault. But it shows we can win games in different ways.
Do you think the amount of assists he threw you today shows that he actually likes you as a person?
Nah.
Okay.
Because he missed me a couple times.
Selfish, bro.
Yeah.
I got one for Cap, one for Josh. Cap, Josh obviously is a guy who plays the game so hard, tends to get frustrated with himself, it seems like. What's it like as a teammate, just trying to know what he brings to the table and not letting him beat himself up too much about whatever may be happening?
I mean, he just impacts the game. He impacts winning. You've heard me say that a bunch of times coming into the press conferences after the game and stuff like that. He's the perfect example for any basketball player who wants to learn how to truly impact the winning of a team, and he does that at the highest level. And what he does not only talent-wise, but mentally for our team. When he goes out there, he's hustling, he's playing that hard. You know, you feel like you got to match his intensity. And because of him, when he goes out there and shows that kind of energy, it brings our whole group up, and it makes us have to feel like we got to meet him where he's at on the court.
Josh, do you feel like you've stayed or improved in like just staying confident, not letting like things linger?
Yeah. It's one of those things. One of those things I try to play with more joy, but more grace. You know, I don't really celebrate, you know, when I score or make a good pass and stuff like that, and I kick myself probably a little bit too much when I miss shots or, you know, make turnovers, those kind of things. So I think I started to learn to play the game and give myself more grace and not to try to be perfect. And, you know, I'm happy with that.
Josh, when you're preparing for a game like this, you said it yesterday, you know they're going to leave you open. I mean, what's that look like for you? You said you got extra shots with Peter and Kajot. I mean, you know, is that come with being in practice and just taking more shots? Are you getting to the gym early? What's that look like for you?
Yeah. I don't get to the gym too early. I got kids, you know what I mean? So I try to drop them off at school and get some treatment before I get on the court. But it's just improving, you know, reps and the consistency of those reps. I think for me, it's not like I got to go out there and make 500 threes. Because if I go out and focus on making 500 threes, sometimes the mechanics slip just trying to make shots. So we're doing more so smaller sample sizes of precise details and focusing on the fundamentals of my shot and perfecting that. And I think if I do that, I'll be in a good position. And I think that's mostly what it is. It's just continuing to do that. We had a walkthrough today. I got in early, got shots with him. So it's just the consistency and the reps for me.
I wanted to ask you, I know you guys are locked in, but how close from the NBA Finals do you feel right now?
I mean, we don't feel any closer than we did last game or any game. You know, it's back to, in our minds, it's 0-0. You know, we got to win the next game. It's the most important game of the year, and that's how we treat it. You know, we're hungry for the opportunity to go out there and play basketball at the highest level, but we also understand that, you know, you can never be satisfied in these positions in the playoffs. So the mindset's going to continue to be 0-0 every single time we step on that court.
Okay, so much to talk about, but we'll just start here. The pizza. Don't come in the room if you don't have enough for everyone.
I know, especially New York pizza.
Already hungry.
Especially
New York pizza.
You could tell by the crust you knew it was good pizza. You're also way too close to the orange Birkin, which are greasy.
You know that thing is so greasy.
Extreme. Oh, if it's not
so
greasy,
good. It's so
matter.
good. The smell cuts through the stench of the
city?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the redeeming qualities.
It really is.
Cigarettes in the room.
You'd be like, oh man, that's